Hello, this is Paul from Senior to Scratch. Welcome. Well, today we're in the beautiful village of Manarola, one of the 5 villages of Cinque Terre in the Italian Ligurian coast. Today we're going to show you an awesome adventure that you can do in one day to visit the 5 different villages, do a hike, as well as take the train between all the 5 villages. So I want to invite you to enjoy the beauty that we're going to see today, starting with the wonderful cliff sides here in Manarola. You can see the rocky shores and the rocky cliffs surrounded by beautiful cliff sides and vineyards up in the hills. Really excited about taking you on this journey today. Okay, the first thing I'm going to mention is the severity of the staircases here. Now, we had to haul a huge piece of luggage down these stairs kind of later in the day, and it was quite dangerous. So make sure you grab onto a handrail, get some help if needed, but this is seriously an injury waiting to happen. Okay, so as in Rome, we have the same thing here in Cinque Terre, as these beautiful water fountains that you can fill up your water bottle for free. Stay hydrated for the long journey. I don't know about you, but this is probably one of the most gorgeous settings for a train station that I've ever seen. Okay, we just got off the first train stop from Monterosso. It's called Corniglia. Apologies if I mispronounced. So after getting off the train, we hopped on the shuttle bus to take us I think it's around 300 meters up, so that we can do the next hike to the town Vernazza, going slightly down the hill with some nice views. So it's already baking here. It's approximately 9:30 in the morning and it is very hot and humid, so we want to lessen the burden on our bodies. First things though, let's go get some breakfast and fuel ourselves up before this hike. Okay, we're already sweaty walking down these gorgeous narrow cobblestone streets in Corniglia, having some breakfast, fuel ourselves with some coffee, espresso to start the day. Okay, we're about a quarter of the way into the hike now and I am pouring wet with sweat. From the center of the town, it was probably about 200 or 300 meters to get to the walking trail, so you have to navigate some busy streets, so be careful there. Apparently this hike will take roughly an hour and a half, and I am already gassed, which is why I'm filming this. Hopefully we can get some really nice views coming up shortly. Right now it's a nice shaded wooded area, so we are camping out here for a couple minutes while I catch my breath. Much to our surprise, we're only halfway through this journey and we are smoking hot, so we are stopping by at a slushy place to have a nice refreshing drink before we continue the second half of our march. Not bad views if you ask me. Okay, we're finally approaching the village of Vernazza. Beautiful little castle there in a rocky outcropping. I'm ready to have a nice lunch and refreshing drink again. Well, we just entered the village of Vernazza, and it is a sea of humanity. Absolute madhouse of people. Not very much room to walk. I'm not sure how much patience I'm going to have for this, so we'll look around, maybe find a bite to eat, and then head back so we can recharge. All right, we're finally properly nourished at the restaurant behind us, Il Pirata. It's actually quite nice and quiet if you go up the hill from the train station at Vernazza, rather than down from the train station, which was that hustle and bustle that I was showing you earlier. It's quite nice and peaceful up here, and a very reasonable lunch for us to be had. I'm gonna head back on the train. Okay, well, we just got off on the fourth village stop of Monterosso. This to me is more of the sort of the typical Mexican boardwalk type look to it. The only place that has beaches, it looks like, in the 5 villages. These cabana areas are jam-packed, very, very busy right now. So as you saw, these paid beaches can be quite expensive, from 35 euros and up. Well, looks like we stumbled upon a free beach. If you're lucky enough to have your own umbrella and towel, you don't have to pay for this place. The sand is a little bit rocky. I don't know what the water is like, but it's probably similar stony. Okay, well, here we are at the 5th of the 5 villages in Cinque Terre. This is Riomaggiore. It's the southernmost village, and it's just one stop from the town that we're staying. This village apparently has some of the most stunning sunsets. Over here, there's a bunch of people already sitting on the rocks, which is what I believe is the best vantage point to watch the sunset. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to find a nice dinner place and then come back here and hopefully see the sunset in Riomaggiore. Okay, well, we've checked into our second Airbnb, and this one has a fantastic view, and our host gave us a whole lot of recommendations in terms of what hikes to do, so that's what we'll do for the next 2 days in Manarola. But I'll have to say, this experience, one-day experience, hiking and taking the train to the different villages, was fantastic. I would love to do this when the heat advisory isn't taking place, and we can take our time to explore the different villages even more. If you have any recommendations, please drop them in the comments. I'd be thrilled to hear whatever you have to say about your experiences here. So I hope you like this content, and if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That means a lot to us. This is Paul from Senior to Scratch.